Hi everyone, we are here for Thread Thursday. It might go up a bit late because I had a few things to do, but first things first. Now, someone who has inspired me quite a lot ordered a little book, and Judy, I just have to say, here it is. I'm packing it up. Yes, I'm a day late for postage, but I've got some other little surprise as well, goodies in the packet. And so Judy has purchased this, and I'm not going to tell you Judy's story, but everything that Judy's told me about how she's overcome things in life makes me tear up a little bit, and I am just so honoured to send this little book to you. So I'm going to do a little flip through for everyone. This booklet was made just after the really big book that we made for Anne. So I just was having a noodle around, playing around with some other ideas. So anyway, that's heading off to you today, Judy. And I found this washi tape in my stash, and I didn't see what the words were. It just jumped out at me. Use this one, pick me. And you know what it says? Magic happens here. And I was just thinking, that's exactly what's happening in your life, Judy. You're a bloody champ. That's what I reckon. So there, that was a bit of an Australian slang. You're a bloody champ, you are. Alright, so my post today, and plus I am going to post Anne's extra tag as well. So there you go. Now what else are we doing for Thread Thursday? Still not showing the finished tag of Anne's. I'm actually going to video it but reserve it to show later when Anne's unpacked it. Alright, so that's ready to go. Alright, hi everybody. I keep saying I'm back in the saddle and then I go off and something else happens and I miss doing a few videos. What we're doing today is burden stitch. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across I've got. You could do as many as you like. I mean, I could fill it right up to here if I wanted. Basically though, what we're doing is one stitch between these two. So we're going across this one in the middle and doing a stitch across, and we're leaving a little gap in the middle there. So we're not trying to split the thread or anything. So we're doing that all the way along our line. Now, when this is all filled up, we're going to come back to this edge, just inside that line, and start filling up in that little gap we've made just before the line that we've got in the middle. And we're going to do that either side. So it's supposed to be a bit closer to that line up there. We're going to do that also. Inside this line, up into there before that line. So I'll do a bit off camera and come. Alright, so I've continued along and I haven't done this side yet. What I've done is this last line, and then in between each stitch is just a little half stitch to fill in the gap. And so that's basically how this works. Bird and stitch, apparently. That's a very wibbly wobbly line that I've made. So on this one, come back down here. This is going to go between this one and that line there. So that's the next one I'm doing. Okay. Actually haven't been doing a lot. I've had a gap because I've kind of not been in the mood. I actually don't think it's fair to do videos if you really just can't get your act together. Been having some tests, just waiting on some biopsy results. So a lot's been going on in the private front. And yeah, it's winter. It's a little bit more hibernation going on than normal. And we did have another lockdown, so that was a bit annoying. So this week in Melbourne we are out of the lockdown for the most part. We can only have 15 people visiting our house, so I wanted to have a big party for my 60th, so that's not going to be happening. But I'll just have some girlfriends, I think, and go out with my family for dinner on the day. Yeah. Was going to be a super special, happy, exciting one, and it's kind of ending up like it's just, oh well, it'll just be nice with close friends and something, you know, something special like that. So that's about really it over here. Right, this is where I was up to. That's what happens when you drop things for a bit, you forget where you're up to. Alright, so you've seen all of these bits at the bottom. I think you've seen that bit. The little mushrooms added in. I haven't quite worked out what's happening, but it is a big pocket, so I want to utilise that. You have seen, I'm assuming, maybe you haven't, but under the mushroom panel that I did, I'll do it slowly because someone might watch that hasn't seen it before. Right, so this was the You Are the Only Exception from a song lyric. I've done bullion knots along the edge of there. I've continued this mushroom stalk down. Now it's just visual, it's not really meant to be the mushroom stalk. It's just a visual reminder. So done some fly stitch in a variegated green. Put another bit of the t-shirt material on. Where else? Still got the C. Still want to do something on here. I've got the E for Alicia, for my eldest daughter, which we called her Liz, but the E is Alicia. A little bit of beautiful, what do you call it? Japanese blossom type of thing. I've got this other panel that I did. So I've added a few little extra bits and pieces in there with a bit of seed stitch stamped, more mushrooms. Added a little bit more, just extra bit of from Lisa Maddox's forage pack to try and start to bring these in. Right, you've seen the mushroom panel, my mushroom panel. So above that, I've added, there's the L for Lily, and I've added a little bit more of, you know, just a cherry blossom type of thing. It's not really because it's got the fly stitch, but underneath I've added a whole heap of little, the bottom of mushrooms, which was an offcut, and a little bit of that shirred material, which was from Laces, and this was the other panel I was working on that I did show last week. No, the week before. My goodness, I have really gotten off with the fairies there for a bit. Yay, winter. No, don't even have snow. Just been hibernating. Here we go. This is now on the top, and it's the top of the thing, and I think okay, so I've added more of the fly stitch hanging down here, added a bit of lace, added in a little bit of a different colour for a bit of contrast on both sides. Added a little bit of satin stuff there to get a bit of that edging in, and a bit of lace, and still a bit of that other sort of a cream bone colour. Mushrooms, well, they're actually more like flowers, but the way that they look with the stalk and the top looks mushroomy. So what else did I do? I've seed stitched this part, and I've seed stitched that part, and then I've added a similar kind of branches with the little French knots, but I've done them in orange on here to match over this orange over here. Can't remember if last time I'd done all the French knots on the little flowers, but that's done, and added a bit of lace here. So that's where I'm up to with this, and now that I've gotten it out and shown everyone, I'm like, oh gosh, why have I been so slack? I should be doing this, I should be doing more. I think sometimes, so I've said it before on the channel, I'll say it again, sometimes the creative process needs dreaming space, time out, and it's just not, it's not worthy of us to beat ourselves up about that, but just, you know, just to go with it and allow what is coming to the surface to come up, and to understand more of ourselves. So that's me, that's what I've been doing, I guess, going through all sorts of grieving, processing, change, etc. And that's okay. So there we are. I'm going to now go and upload this, so actually a Thread Thursday goes up, and next week I'll show this week's tag, which I haven't finished because I don't have beads. It's supposed to be a beading one, and I've got like these little tiny beads, and even a beading needle won't get through the hole on them. So I'll tell you what else I've been doing. The beads I do have are from a friend, and they're all crystals with little holes in. So I've been putting them into some, well, obviously these are beads, and there's some teardrop kind of things. So I'll be able to add some of those in on my tag, because I've just sort of got it started, and I realised I wanted to do it. I'm not giving away secret because I didn't film it, but I realised that because everyone's doing them hanging down, as Anne did, that if our tags are all going to be in a circle, sitting like that, then all the beads are falling that way, and I don't know, I got a bit like, I thought I would do it that way. And so I've put some crystals on, and then went up the side, and then went, oh, that's so silly, I need to do a hanging bead over here. So I've been having all sorts of difficulty with this one, so I'm going to finish that, and I'll do next week's tag, and I'll show what I've done on Tags Tuesday. oh, you know, this is how it is. I'm going to blame winter. I'll just blame winter, and I'll blame going on a date with a new guy for taking up a lot of my time and space, and let's just blame everything else but ourselves when we are really not getting on top of it. All right, no, that doesn't work for me. I take full responsibility for my stuff. Oh, so while I'm here and while I've got you, I see now I've started, I'm on a roll. I have been at my friends in Ballarat, I went up to Ballarat and stayed overnight, But as everyone knows, I enjoy watching the YouTube videos of the tiny homes and the converted vans. And so I got to go up and spend some time having a chat to my friend Chloe, who converted her van, and having a cup of tea, sitting in the van with the lovely heater on. And she's made the little kitchen cupboards and the bed, and she's been just going off and wherever she has to work, if it's a long way away, she just can sleep in her van at night. So anyway, I should have taken some photos, but I am going to go up there again and let's just see what happens with all of that. But anyway, okay, I've rambled on now. Wasn't expecting that at all. Good, maybe that's the kick up the bum I needed to get back into doing things and chatting to you all, because I really, really appreciate you. And okay, zip it, stop talking, and time to go. So thanks for watching, thanks for being here. I'm really, actually, really appreciating it. And I will talk to you all soon. Thanks, bye for now.